This is possibly the most unbelievable human story I have ever covered in years, because I found a girl so unique. She spent most of her life pretending to be and wanting to be blind.
I put all my time and effort into researching how to go blind.
And so, when she grew up, she tried to take her own sight in the least painful way. Now you wanna know, why did she want to be blind? And even more crazily, how did she go blind? Get ready, Nightfall. This is the bizarre story of Jewel Shooping, who was born perfectly healthy. She had a healthy body, a healthy pair of eyes, and for the next couple of years everything was normal. But when she turned 3, her mother would find her walking in the halls during the night. But while most kids her age would be afraid of darkness, Jewel enjoyed every bit of it. She said that by the time she was 6, thinking about being blind made her feel comfortable. And when her mother told her that staring directly at the sun would damage her eyes, guess what? It even became her hobby. As a little girl, Jewel would spend hours looking directly at the sun. And it didn't stop when she grew up to be a teenager, no. While for almost everyone in this world, turning blind would be a nightmare, for her, it was a dream. The dream so intense that she would walk around with her eyes closed, pretending to be blind. She began wearing thick black sunglasses and using a cane. When she turned 20, she learned how to read Braille. Over the next couple of years, Jewel became even more eager, until she finally made a decision that will make her ultimate dream come true. The decision that shocked me. She decided to forever take her own eyesight away. How did she go blind? Well, to my disbelief, Jewel found a psychologist who was willing to help her in the process. Why would a psychologist help her?
I started telling him that I wanted to go blind permanently. He told me to do the research to show that I was serious, and then he would help me.
From that moment on, Jewel spent hours looking for ways how to permanently blind herself, chemicals she could use, until she found what seemed to be the perfect one.
I found that drain cleaner is a little less painful, although it does a lot of damage to the eye.
And the shocking day came. She met with a psychologist to prepare for the day she always dreamed of. The day she'd lost her sight. Jewel didn't even look in the mirror for a final glance at herself. She didn't care. She was desperate. She wanted to go blind as soon as possible.
I was 23 years old and I had waited all of my life for this chance. I took off the sleep shades, and that was the first and last time I saw the psychologist's face.
They first put numbing eye drops and then 2 drops of drain cleaner in each of her eyes. And then that was it.
It was a screaming, violent pain. And yet, with all the pain, all I could think was, yes, this is gonna work. I'm gonna be blind.
They waited 30 minutes before they went to the hospital. Doctors still tried to save her vision, which was against Jewel's wishes, but they couldn't do anything as her eyes now were permanently damaged. Do you think the psychologist who helped her do this was arrested at the hospital? The answer is no, because when they were asked what happened, they lied.
We told them it was an accident.
She told her family the same lie, but when they learned about the truth, they all cut ties with Jewel.
I was so happy. I felt that this was who I was supposed to be.
It took about 6 months for the damage to fully take effect, for Jewel to become fully blind. She even got disappointed every time she opened her eyes and she could still see. So why on earth did she want to lose her sight in the first place? Well, the sad truth is, Jewel is also suffering from another type of darkness. She has an incredibly rare condition, a body integrity identity disorder, a condition that causes able-bodied people to believe they're supposed to be disabled. From a very young age, they start to feel like a part of their body should be damaged. Yes, I know this is incredibly unique, but this condition exists. For some people who suffer from it, they might feel like they shouldn't be able to stand, so they want their leg to be amputated. In Jewel's case, it's her sense of sight, her eyes, her ultimate dream of becoming blind. And even though she has been aware all along that she had this condition, she didn't receive the right help. And she couldn't help herself until finally she unfortunately followed the voices in her head and made it happen. But if you ask her, she's genuinely happy with what she did. But she would never encourage anyone to do the same.
I don't have any regrets taking my vision. I believe I should have been born blind, and I'm happy the way I am.
This is quite possibly one of the most unique stories Project Nightfall has ever brought to you, Nightfam. It makes you think of the insanity of life and how one person's nightmare can be somebody else's dream. How do we ever understand the fairness in this world when someone is forced to take their own eyesight just so they can be happy?